Hi everybody! Today I want you to know the recipe for this one is in the description box along with all the ingredients that you will need. But the ingredients that I have here today are some scallions, garlic, some fresh asparagus, zucchini and carrots. We have onions and celery right there, and some fresh Yukon Gold potatoes, some onions, spinach, and butter. And for the vegan option, the Earth Balance butter works great and it tastes delicious, so that's a good option for you. Now, these potatoes, I want you to notice the zucchini for these potatoes. You see how that zucchini is it's not the chef's special right there. That's not your fresh from the garden zucchini. It has a little withering to it. The skin is a little, see, kind of crumply. So the reason I want to use these in a recipe is because I want to show you can make amazing meals with vegetables that are just about to turn. Now this is still fresh, it wasn't rubbery or anything, but still, you know, it had to be used today or tomorrow. It really needed to be used. So same with the carrots. They're starting to just get a little bendy. You know, the ones you pick up and they just kind of bend a little bit. So, you know, I think it's important, yes, as a chef, I love using the freshest ingredients. It's part of my job. And at the same time, it's okay to use things. It's actually good to be frugal, and we're in frugal times right now. So this is a great dish for you to pull the things out of your crisper drawer that you're trying to use up. And we should be using every little bit. Now there's my celery. That's what I could salvage out of the rest of the heart of celery. And the rest goes to the compost bin. Give that little celery a rough chop there. And now the asparagus was a gift from a neighbor, so these are pre-trimmed already and bright green. We're in spring right now, so asparagus is aplenty, which is why you keep seeing it in my recipes lately. But I love asparagus. It's so delicious and healthy and springy and beautiful. And then the onion story is, you know, I went to a store like 2 or 3 weeks ago and the beginning of the outbreak was occurring and there was no onions, and I am a chef, I have to have onions. So the only onions there was a 50-pound bag for $8. So I bought it. I thought, well, I'm gonna figure this one out. So I bought it, and I have been using onions like crazy in everything. So don't be surprised if you see like a French onion soup recipe coming up. Onions are inexpensive. 50 pounds for $8. That's just crazy. These potatoes are a Yukon Gold potato, and again, I have a big bag of those that I was given to. I've been feeding a few people in my neighborhood, and so other people have contributed some ingredients. So it's cool when we all, you know, rise up together and feed each other and take care of each other. And I think that's part of what we're going through right now. Basil. So just pick through the yucky parts. See, I just pull off the little brown spots, and that's the rest of the basil, and I'm gonna twist and rip it. I just gather it into a little bundle and I rip off the stems and then run my knife through that pretty quickly. Now this is kind of a chiffonade, kind of. I say that because normally a chiffonade you stack each individual basil leaf, you roll it up, and then you slice it. So, but this is like the quick version of a chiffonade. You get similar results. I pick through these scallions. You take off all the yucky pieces and then chop off the heads. That goes in your little composting bin if you have one, and then just give a rough chop. Medium-high heat is what I like to start these potatoes on. Now, put a little knob of your vegan butter or your regular butter in there. What I want to explain about these potatoes start to break down when they get cooked, so they release their starch into the pan. So what you want to do is start them off on a good medium-high heat at least. You don't want to burn them, but it's during this part that you can really get a good sear kind of on the outside, and then, you know, the rest of the cooking can come later. But I like to do it this way, and I've also done it other ways, more of like a slow cooked potato, but this is how I like to start it. The carrots and the potatoes will all cook about the same time. So you want to make sure to use those root vegetables all at the same time. Then I just add a little bit of the flake sea salt that I like to use. I should show you what kind I use someday. And then some cracked black pepper. Now the onions can cook as long as you want them to, so that's why I put them in there, because I think they get super delicious, caramelized. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, even though I have fresh garlic coming in those potatoes soon. Now tumeric. If you like the taste of yellow curry, tumeric might be something that she would enjoy. I use it, you know, not a lot, but I do use it occasionally. Now the onion salt, it spilled out when I dumped it in there, so I had to do a little damage control right there. Just scoop out the big piles. If you've done the same thing, the top was loose on that, and if you just scoop out the big piles of the onion salt or whatever, a lot of times you can salvage, and potatoes they take a lot of seasoning. I like them heavily seasoned. Now this 21 Salute seasoning from Trader Joe's is awesome. It has no salt in it, but a lot of flavor. I use that a lot of time for vegetables and things like that. So now after the potatoes have been cooking for, you know, maybe 10 minutes or something, I add the zucchini and I turn the heat down to like, you know, 4, maybe medium. And then I cover until the zucchini turns bright green. This gives a chance for some of the vegetables to release a little bit of their water into the potatoes, and that helps soften the potatoes and cook them without having to add a lot more oil or butter or anything. So just that little bit of butter that I used in the beginning is all of the fat that I use in these potatoes. So they're relatively healthy, relatively. See the caramelization I'm getting on those potatoes? Yeah, that's what you're going for. And then at the point where the potatoes are almost done, let's say you have maybe 7 minutes left, 6 or 7 minutes, you stir in the asparagus and the spinach, because you just want the spinach just to wilt and the asparagus to turn bright green. So I give the pan a little shake. That's the chef shake right there. And then you put the lid on to allow the steam to build up in there and cook the asparagus. And then the fresh herbs go on. That's just a little bit of cilantro and a little bit of basil. And right at the very end, I stir those in, and that's it. That's all I have to do. This is a really, really healthy, beautiful dish for dinner or breakfast or Sunday brunch or lunch. You're looking for this consistency with the potatoes. See how easy they cut? Really soft but not falling apart. You want them to still be able to hold their shape, to pierce easily with a fork. And that is it, you guys. So I got my little slices of cara orange there, and I'm just gonna dish up some of these yummy potatoes. Aren't they pretty? So delicious, healthy. Put a little bit of extra herbs on the top just for fun. I hope you like these recipes, you guys. I'll keep making them. You subscribe and comment and show me that you are interested. I'll keep making more of these. And share. Oh, this is my favorite ketchup. Sorry for those of you who don't have Trader Joe's, but man, their ketchup is so delicious. Everything was perfect. All the vegetables were perfect. So, yum. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you so much for watching and subscribing, supporting me. Please share, please subscribe, and as always, I can't wait to make more cooking videos just for you. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.